Hey, what's up guys? So I'm going to be reacting to this one right in the middle. You see it? The llama outs thing. Because I see people reacting to this kind of stuff. And like, I got a hole in my shirt. Anyway, so I see people reacting to this kind of stuff. And this is a day ago. I just found him like, I should react to this. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking and let's just watch. It's going to be scary. Yes, I did mean to say scary.
This happened when I was 17 years old. I would go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week and ride the bus home. It was a Sunday and I just missed my bus, so I had to wait longer for another one. I would have called my parents,
I
but
hate
they
when
were
you
out
miss
for
the
the
bus.
evening, and taxis charged more, so I decided to sit and wait in the bus shelter. It was a cold night and snow had just started peppering the ground. My bus was taking longer than
Okay,
usual, so I got my
the hole
phone
I was
out
talking
and
about is right
listened to
here.
some music. Almost an hour had passed. It was freezing and I hadn't seen anyone at all. That was until I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. It was a creepy guy dressed in thick layers of clothing, walking slowly.
That's my
towards
dog
me.
yesterday.
I knew staring at him would draw more attention, so I just focused on my phone. He sat down.
I've had that happen when I'm sitting next to somebody
There was something
and like
off
they just
about
start staring at me. I'm like,
He seemed like he was either drunk or on drugs.
let's pull my phone and start like playing
Then
games.
asked, "What does the boss do?" I took out my earphones and said, "I think it's delayed because of the snow."
Guys, the thing is, I
Stared at me
do
for a
all
while,
of this on
started
my
mumbling
phone.
to himself.
I don't have no camera
It
or
was really
anything.
starting to creep me out, so I pretended to be on my phone. After a couple of minutes, I took another look. He moved closer to me. I looked away for a second, then heard the sound of him sliding even closer. I turned to him and said, "You okay there?" He stared at me with glossy eyes, lifted his arm and leaned towards me.
Better run,
I grabbed
better
my bag
run,
and ran as he fell to the
outrun my
ground.
gun.
I ran down the road, trying my hardest not to look back. I kept going until I got to the
My
next bus
sister's
stop.
being annoying.
I turned around and checked to see if he was there. He was gone, so I went to sit down. Feeling relieved, I rested my head on the back of the glass and waited for the bus.
Is it? No.
I jolted and turned around to see the same guy staring at me through the glass. "What the hell is wrong with you?"
Excuse me, Mr. Language.
Walking around the shelter towards me. "I'm warning you, stay back!" I yelled in panic as I was backing up. I wanted to run, but I left my bag in the shelter and I couldn't leave without it. Suddenly, the man leaped at me and I quickly moved out of the way. He fell to the ground face first. I froze in shock, then noticed the blood coming from his face.
Uh-oh.
I tried to get a response out of him, but nothing worked. I called
Hopefully he's not dead.
and they arrived shortly after. I told them what had happened, and they told me that the guy was on prescription drugs. We found a photo in his wallet of him and his son. The boy looked just like me, so we assumed he thought I was him. I later learned that he had lost his son in a custody battle and went off the rails. He was taken away for treatment. That was the last I saw of him. I got my driver's license.
Very good, he's not dead. Wait, guys, wait. Wait, look, did you guys see his face?
That was the last I saw.
Here, guys, look, I'll slow it down. Okay, here we go. Wait. Wait, he should be coming. See? Look at it. Look, see? I just noticed that. There's always... I've seen some of these before. Like... Alright, so I guess that's the end of it. Let's watch one more. What was the next one? Alright, I'm just gonna pause. I'm just gonna pause this. I'll be right back.
boring day in calculus.
Alright guys, there it
It
is.
was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over and spring break would finally be upon us.
Alright, well,
So everybody was taking
I'm
a
just
seat
gonna...
in their seats, I could tell. We didn't have a test that day like a lot of my friends did with their other teachers. So our teacher in the middle of class just decided to start playing games.
I'm gonna move that over there.
Sporkle.com.
Yeah, I like that better.
Very laid-back teacher like that. As we were doing some brand logo quiz on Sporkle, I remember the
Does
exact
anybody know what
moment
Sporkle
that happened.
is?
Right after my friend answered a question, I remember the exact answer too, Adidas. The dean's voice came through the loudspeaker. He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill and to go into lockdown.
They don't have one of
I
those
actually got the chills,
lockdown.
and I got goosebumps
Lockdown.
on my arms as our usually laid-back teacher too seemed panicked as he ran to turn off the lights and ushered us to the back corner of the room. We all sat in silence for about 2 minutes, and then the usual buzzing that came from a panel in the back of the room ceased, indicating that the school must have cut all the power. We all looked at each other, realizing this must be serious. A few more minutes of waiting later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway. 2 girls in the class actually started crying, which made all of us even more scared. As the screaming got
That's the
closer
number
to
one thing you
classroom,
never want to
the
do.
lunatic-sounding man started banging on the lockers while screaming, "I'll kill all of you." It was at that moment that I started to fear for my life. My teacher shushed us as we all looked at each other to see our peers' reactions. The banging
I don't know
then
why I
moved
did
from
that.
the lockers to our classroom
I looked down
door,
at the face cam.
and that's when one of the crying girls screamed no. The banging on the door only grew worse as the man started
that face,
screaming,
though.
"Open up." 2 of the girls in the class were crying out loud now. It felt like an eternity that man was pounding at the door. But eventually, he finally continued down the hallway, screaming like a mentally insane person, until we could not hear him anymore. I'd say 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour given the situation, the dean came back on the loudspeaker explaining the situation, which was surprising for him to do. He explained that some apparently mentally unstable person entered the building and assaulted the woman sitting at the front desk, causing her to flee the building screaming, and staff wasn't sure if the man was armed or not. Now, this was before the school had cameras or could afford proper security, so the school was wide open to something like this happening. The staff had done a sweep of all the hallways and classrooms and couldn't find him, so the dean instructed the teachers to resume teaching but to keep all the doors locked and to not let any students leave for any reasons. The most disturbing part, however, is that one of the janitors working the night shift found the man sleeping in one of the storage closets near the back end of the
If I
school.
was that janitor, I would have
According to
locked the
rumors
door
that
and
were
leave the
spread by my
key in.
peers, sticking out of his pocket was a .44 Magnum. The janitor must have done something stupid to wake him up. For example, leaving the closet door open, because by the time a police officer could arrive on the scene, the man was gone.
Whoop whoop.
My entire class,
The
as
wee
far
woos.
as I know, to this day, has no idea if this man was ever found, but I like to think that right now, he's being given the proper help that he needs.
I'll do fishing stories. Hopefully this is supposed to be a scary. Yep. I'm gonna back up. Looks better like scary. There we go. That's somebody's name, or is that the name of the lake?
About half a mile away from my old house that I would commonly go fishing in. It was nicknamed Daryl's Pond.
Nope,
I
it's the
still
name
have
of the
no
lake.
idea who Daryl was or why it was called that, but nobody owned it, so people would once in a blue moon go fishing there as well.
I'm just gonna sit back down.
Usually me by myself, though. I had dug a pole into the ground where I would tie a noose to and from my small kayak. I'd say it was about 3 in the afternoon when I rowed out to the middle of the pond, the sweet spot for getting a decent catch. There was another person coming out from the trees. I waved at him and gave him a smile. He hopped into a small boat floating by the edge of the pond and began to row over to me. As he got close enough where trying to speak to him wouldn't come off as obnoxious, I gave him a friendly, "Perfect day, isn't it?" "Yes, absolutely," he said. We didn't say
That dude
anything.
looks like a
It started to feel
kidnapper.
a bit awkward,
Not being
as if I were
stereotypical.
obligated to keep some kind of
I'm not
conversation going
screwed. I'm
now.
just gonna stop talking.
"So, you come out here to throw some lines?" I asked. "No, I don't actually fish." "Oh, well, it's never a bad day to relax on the pond."
It's not. I'm sure I'll put my hand on the other side.
He closer to me until his boat collided with mine, creating a big thud. I was genuinely uncomfortable now. I didn't feel threatened, just weirded out. I was only 24 years old. This guy looked like he was late 40s or 50s. There was an awkward silence. I tried to just act like I was focused on trying to make a catch, but by now that wasn't even on my mind. This guy was weird. I didn't know what he wanted. I was uncomfortable being so close to him. I felt him looking at me, or at least in my direction, as I faced halfway to the opposite direction of him. I took a quick glance to my right. Yeah, he was staring at me. I decided to be ballsy and lock eye contact with him. After about 4 seconds, he looked away.
Not by staring, you should just stare at those
"Where are you
shoes.
from?" I asked him.
That's just what I've heard.
"Up there." He pointed behind himself in the direction of the woodsy hill leading past the dirt road. "Oh, you live by Suffolk?" I asked. No, I'm not," he said. "What made you decide to come out here?" I said. "Why not?" I continued to try and uncomfortably fill the awkward silences that kept coming up. His responses were dry, didn't contribute anything to what was barely a conversation. He just sat there not doing anything, with half a smile on his face, looking either at me or in my general direction throughout. I was creeped out.
This dude
My
sounds
heart
like
was racing at this point.
Stalker.
I'd go as far as saying that I was nervous for my life. We were surrounded by trees in all directions, in the middle of a pond. I started to row a bit closer to land, but in a very low-key kind of way, trying to play it off as me just trying to find a better spot to find some fish. I was horrified when I saw he was following me. "What a great day, huh?" I felt a shake in my voice. I got close enough to the edge of the pond where I finally told the man, "I think I'm going to call it a day." I turned to see his reaction. He was still staring at me, but his smile was gone now.
Those two kind of look like people.
He
Those two
said.
trees behind him.
He lifted his flannel to expose a handgun sticking out of his jeans pocket. As soon as I could process what I was looking at, I dove out of the boat for land, ran the whole half-mile uphill through the woods back to my house, and locked every door and window as soon as I made it home. I pulled down the blinds to the dining room window, leaving it open just a crack for peeking outside undetected. It started to get dark out, and I left every light in the house off, still peeking out to the front yard, making sure I wasn't followed. The time came when I finally decided I wasn't followed. I realize now, like you, that not calling the police immediately was a huge mistake. I kept my bedroom windows open to let the room air out. My bedroom was on the second floor, so I wasn't worried about being watched through the window. About half an hour after shutting the light and falling under the
I don't think
covers,
he realizes that people
I heard the
can,
sound of leaves crunching
some
from
people
outside.
can, like, climb.
I sat up to hear
I'm one of
more
those people
clearly.
who's a pretty good
There was
climber.
definitely
But I
something
wouldn't
walking
go
around out
look
there.
through somebody's second
Normally,
floor
I would
window.
assume there's a deer or a bear.
Sometimes I say
After
the
what just
dumbest
happened,
things.
I was still
I'm
in
gonna stop
paranoia
talking.
mode. I sat up as still as a statue, except for my shaking out of fear, waiting as the sounds of the steps stopped. "Hey buddy, you up there? Are you trying to sleep?"
That's creepy.
I felt like 100 pounds just fell
That
directly
is
onto my
super
chest.
creepy.
Same voice. I knew it right away. I didn't make a sound. I crept out of the room, quietly downstairs to the kitchen, and grabbed the phone, practically crawling on my way out to avoid being seen through the open blinds. I called 911 like I should have earlier, in the temporary safety of my bedroom. I made sure to whisper into the phone, as I was still hoping that he hadn't yet heard or spotted me. 20 minutes felt like an hour as I sat behind my bed, waiting for the police to arrive in constant fear that I would hear glass breaking from downstairs, or a thud on the back door, or even just a voice again from down below my window outside. The police did a thorough investigation of the property in nearby woods, turning up nothing. They suggested I stay with a friend or a family member for a few days, and so I did. I never heard from or saw the man again, but I still
I can't find like a full uncomfortable spot I can just sit down.
paranoia of being watched through my windows. I feel
I'm
much
gonna
more
sit here
comfortable
and
fishing out by the bay now.
Jesus Christ. I didn't jump by that. I knew something was gonna happen. I've seen people react to these, and I've even watched some of these animations, and I knew something was gonna happen. I didn't expect that. The ones I'm watching are the ones I haven't seen yet. Wait, how long has this video been? I'm just kind of doing it.
So me and a couple of my buddies
15
went
minutes.
camping last summer alongside the Willamette River. We actually had a decent hike.
After this one, I'll just call it a day and finish
We
this
did some
video.
night fishing, listening to music, and basically drank to the point where everything was funny later in the night. I would guess we finally called it a night somewhere past 2 a.m. I shared a tent with one of my buds, while the other two shared another tent. We heard them laughing about something. At first we laughed at the sound of their laughing, but it soon got annoying and we yelled for them to shut up. One of them responded, "It isn't us." I sat up, startled at the response. I came to realize that it was the sound of only one person laughing, and it didn't sound like either one of my friends. Even in my drunk state, I realized how odd it was for somebody to be out this far in the woods so late at night. The laughing gradually got closer and louder to our campout. My friend shot up and looked at me with a worried look on his face. I heard my other friends scream over to us that they were getting freaked out. As the laughing got even closer, I could make it out very clearly to be the laugh of a male, probably in his 30s or 40s. He sounded like he was as drunk as us, messing around with friends, but we only heard his laugh, nobody else. There was something indescribably creepy about his laugh, too, as if it was missing something to it. You had to be there to understand what I mean. The laughing was now just at the edge of our campsite.
Well, it got super louder.
But we couldn't hear any footsteps at all. Now that may not seem like a big deal. It was impossible to move through that without making noise. And finally, all of a sudden, the laughing stopped completely. We had no idea where whoever that was standing, as he hadn't made a single stepping sound. We sat there in silence looking at each other. My friend was clearly freaking out, but he was keeping it together the best he could. Finally, something broke the silence. The sound of something rubbing against the cottony fabric of the tent. We saw the outline of a hand through the moonlight, pressing on the tent. We both screamed at the top of our lungs before getting out of the tent. We ran as fast as we could through the woods, our other friends following us. After about 5 minutes of running, we somehow found our car. I actually puked from running so much before taking the wheel. I don't condone drinking and driving, but I still believe we were just in this situation. By far the most horrific experience of my life. No idea who or what the hell.
I know there's gonna be a giant jump scare. I already know it. 3, 2, 1. Cue jump scare. No? Okay. Alright, so anyway. Bye-byes. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop the video. Hey! Nope.